I'm actually a corporate finance lawyer from Singapore. Yeah,
So you're Singaporean?
I'm Singaporean, yes. I actually was from a law firm called Lin & Bock, which was founded by Lin & Bock KL. Yeah, they crossed over in the 60s. Actually, the company has been around for about 90 over years. Yeah, so Yong Shuk Lin, been the Shuk Lin of the Lin & Bock, is the father of our Singapore last CJ, who is Yong Pang Hao. Yeah, that was my last job. Now I actually join a smaller setup to start up a corporate department. Yeah. Okay, I mean the starting point is always, if you manage to find good people who are funding you, the next step will always be, as much as people don't like legal stuff, it's time consuming, it's cost. But I think in all things, it's always good to have a backup plan. As in, what happens if things,
what are the recourses?
Yes. And originally, sometimes a group of people come together with good, you can say, plans, thinking that they will achieve something, but somehow along the way, expectations. Yes, it's very human. In fact, it's the human element that is very crucial. But as we know, through circumstances, sometimes people change along the way, and expectations change maybe because of materials and material expectations, wealth, and all this. So it's good at the start to have some kind of understanding knocked out in black and white, as I say, you may not need to use it, but
it's good to have.
Yeah, it's good to have.
I mean, it's good to point out all the criteria before you get into bed, so to speak.
Exactly. And sometimes the bedfellas change because as humans, like you say, like your last CEO passed away suddenly. So who is the next in line? And the next in line may not see eye to eye with you. Yeah, if you have something in black and white, the fellow who takes over may have to still be bound by the agreement. Yeah. So then if the fellow say, no, it's not like that, then you say, no, but originally it was planned to be like that. Yeah. When you are looking for people to fund your setup or your venture, it depends on sometimes an element of your luck also. So when you meet the right people who are able to stand by you, then you are lucky. But sometimes people are not so forthcoming when they first see you. Yeah. And as usual, if you don't get all these things together, subsequently there will be issues because what we do is we set out a set of things which are likely to happen, and sometimes it may not sound very nice at first, but at least there's common understanding. So we have discussed this before, so put it down in black and white, even though if you don't like it, you know what I mean? Because it may or may not happen. And a lot of...
Does it happen?
Sometimes it does, but a lot of people choose
too many times?
You see, if the business doesn't do well, it goes bust, then everybody loses everything anyway. But if the business does well, that's when the things start. Then some of the shareholders will say, I deserve more. Okay, a lot of these businesses that I do are family businesses. And when you have a few people who are family and a few people who are non-family, the chances are the family people will favor their own family. And not necessarily good for the prospects of the company. Because sometimes
business is still business.
Business is still business. And when you have people working hard, you should reward them accordingly. But of course, when you have family, they may not reward the people who deserve to be rewarded. They give themselves more money. And all these things, they accumulate. The thing is, as a startup, although you don't have money, but don't like rush into it too quickly lah. First of all, people may think that you're desperate. Second of all, you may really get investment from people who are not good for your company. And
so it's basically playing your cards right.
Yes.
So how do you place it out in a sense?
Okay, I guess you must interact with your potential investors, and rather than see just the value of money, which is important, but you must also see what other things can the investors bring to help you bring your company to the next level lah. So, try your best to have a good fit, because in the long run you'll make money. But it's just that if you have a strange bedfellow, even if you make $1 million or $10 million, you'll be lost, or you'll have a lot of unnecessary tension. Yeah. Whereas if you have some investors who are, more cool about things, then anything is negotiable. And also, you must constantly, it's just like a marriage, must constantly also feedback to your other half, manage expectations. Yeah. So looking forward, then the company, hopefully with all these elements in place, rushing into things. Rushing, just anything also can, because they're desperate for money. All the terms they don't read, just say okay, everything okay. Don't want to spend a few $1,000s just to get agreements done. Everything is, I say okay, then yeah. Okay, I guess rainmaking is at the end of the day, when you are doing a business, in all organizations, there must be rainmakers. So, but rainmaker, having said that, it's something that you pick up along the way also. Like every culture have their, like India, China, all have their, quirks lah. But it's no brainer that since the world is getting more and more globalized, that you have to not just be confined in your country. Yeah, like for you guys, now you are focusing on Malaysia, but of course I think in time to come you'll want to, expand. So as such, I think it's good to network. Network, I think, is very important. But of course, network is time consuming, and you have to also be very selective. Yes, yeah, because sometimes you may get just too, stretched. Okay, I would say that the process is I don't know, maybe some people have the gift from day one, they can see good ideas. But for me, I think you must see enough bad ideas to know good ideas, you know what I mean? And you must meet enough bad people to be good people also, I think, from a personal point of view. And I don't think there's bad people, unless the fellow is really devious. Because you meet people who are sometimes, who won't be able to bring you a deal. But it's fine. It's just a friendship. Then from there, people grow. Not everybody is born with silver spoon. Like just now, I was giving an example of this air-conditioned guy. He started as a mechanic and all this. And some of these people have no qualification. But does it mean I do not talk to them? No, actually, I like these people because they are less sophisticated. And they are more trusting, and they will bring you deals. Because when you're too sophisticated, you become very untrusting. And you only meet people of your class. But today's
business philosophy,
as much as we must be selective with people we meet, but I think, today's millionaire or tomorrow's millionaire or billionaire is today's nobody, sometimes. Yeah. To me, I think that's the philosophy. And I think core character is very important. You can be the richest person, but, if you don't have integrity, you make money from, one day you'll get into trouble. Yeah, that's what I think.